Hello and welcome to another MES to Release Highlights videocast. My name is Jan, I'm from MES, and we are going to look into the summer 2023 releases. We're going to look into MES Quality Commander MQC, and that's why Björn is here with me. Hello, Björn.
Hi, Jan.
It's nice to have you. We're going to look into the latest release of the MES Quality Commander MQC, which is 7.1. And there are two nice topics we would like to talk about today. And the first one is with regards to the creation of multiple sets of milestones that can be created in a hierarchical order to deal with especially large projects where you may have really a lot of milestones to allow a clearer understanding of your milestones. But Björn, I think it's best if we just have a closer look how that looks in MQC, right?
Yeah, so I would start sharing my screen.
Mm-hmm.
You should see now the MQC, Jan.
Yes, I can.
Okay, as you already said, especially for very large projects where you have really different phases inside your project and a lot of milestones that may be belonging to your project plan. The milestones could be belonging to these different phases. They could belong to different topics or even to different groups of your development teams. So MQC now allows to have different sets of milestones grouped for such topics, for instance, and that could also be configured in a hierarchical way, as I can show you right now. So as you can see here in the MQC, you have these milestones at a certain points during your project runtime in the trend charts. And now it's possible to have different sets of milestones. One set is, for instance, a general project plan consisting, in this case, in our showcase, of 4 milestones that are also seen in the visualization. But nevertheless, you could also have an additional set of milestones that is about monthly releases, for instance. So you have a milestone at the end of April, for instance, at the end of May, and at the end of June, which all are grouped together to a Q2. And so you could also have milestones for Q3 and 4, and so on and so on. And the structure allows you to easily disable or enable the visibility of such milestones in your project. So by that, you can really handle huge sets of milestones via this dropdown, and it's even possible to show all milestones if your screen is big enough.
Mm-hmm. So how are these milestones configured? Can you maybe also show us?
Yeah, the configuration is exactly done in the structure that you would like to see afterwards in the tool. So when I open such milestone structure, you can see here the project structure. So the milestone configuration, the milestone structure configuration is still part of the project configuration. And here you have a section about the milestone structures. And you see here the two structures, the two sets of milestones that I have added. One is the project plan, and there you can add just the tree structure, so the milestones grouped to such a group, or the monthly releases milestones with the structure in between, the quarterly structure. So this is the configuration in YAML.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And at any time in the project, you can also add milestones or another set of milestone when your project continues, right?
Exactly. And maybe it's also good to know that these milestones, so these sets of milestones can also have overlapping milestones. So between between these sets, you can have the same name for a milestone if it is necessary in your project, because a milestone may belong to different topics. And the milestones may even have different points in time or the same point in time.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, thank you very much for this insight here into the milestones. I think it's a very nice feature, especially to get hold of really, really large projects where you have to deal with a lot of data and group them accordingly. So the second topic we would like to talk about today is with regard to the robustness of tool adapters. And I think the initial idea was that, of course, with a quality monitoring tool like MQC, we look into data from various sources in the development. There's a tool chain with tools that have many outputs in forms of reports. So you have to have some kind of a standardization to know where what data can be found. And now apparently there are some tools that actually are very flexible on how the report actually looks like and where the data can be found. And I think you found a very nice way to deal with that and to optimize the robustness here, Björn, right? Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the point, that for sure we are relying on standardized reports that are created as part of the toolchain that runs in the customer environment. But maybe because of the flexibility of these tools that are used by the customer, the report content where we have to read our data from may differ, and we made our adapters more robust to also find the corresponding information, the corresponding data that we need to calculate a quality, that we also find this data in case of it was flexible configured in another way in the initial report tool adapter, report tool that are creating the report, sorry. And these, our adapters are now able to have some alternative locations configured where to search the data in case of it cannot find them at the standardized location. That's indeed everything, and this is related to the time, the creation time of the report, which is our report date time, which is used then to assign a certain point data to a certain point in time, which is necessary to show also the trend of quality in MQC. It is also related to the artifact name, which is then displayed in MQC, and or the measurement name. For instance, if you have a test tool like TPT, then you get results for model in a loop test, namely MIL, or ZIL tests, or back-to-back test, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So it's a nice way to make sure that the correct data is found in any kind of configuration of your tool output, so that, of course, the quality assessment always is done on the right set of data, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, well, Björn, thanks very much for introducing these nice new features for MQC 7.1. And the release will be out soon. And of course, everybody who's interested in checking out MQC, the MES Quality Commander, is welcome to contact us and have a demonstration and, of course, testing license of our tool. Right, Björn, thank you very much for joining me today, and hope to see you next time again for new exciting features for the next release.
Thank you, Jan. It's always a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you. Likewise. Have a nice day, Björn. Bye-bye. And
You too.
everybody else also. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.